What's in?
I said yay for you. I'm filming today.
Oh, yeah. Great.
Well, good morning, everybody. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous morning here. Warren and I are hopping in the truck because we have to get to where I was going to say Fleet Farm, but it's not Fleet Farm. We're going to No.
Piggly Wiggly.
Okay, we should probably just start this whole thing over, right? We are going to be going to Piggly Wiggly. He needs to get ammonia, so his sprayer needs to be cleaned out with ammonia. That's just the strongest cleaner.
That's what you use.
That's what you use. And I have to pick up a couple ingredients. And there's a couple things on sale at Piggly Wiggly. I'm hoping to get some pears because they have them on sale for 99 or 88 cents, something like that a pound. And then I also have to pick up a few ingredients for some pork chop recipes. So you won't see it in this video, but I am doing a video just based all around pork chops. And so I'm gonna be doing like 3, 4, boy, the more and more I dive into pork chop recipes, it might even be 5. So I hope you like pork chops, Warren.
I do.
Okay, that's good because I want to try all the recipes. Last night I made a creamy garlic, I think that's what it was just called, creamy garlic pork chops.
Those were good.
I really liked those a lot, but I love garlic. You're kind of on garlic, but I went a lot less.
Yeah. As long as it's not too strong.
Yeah, I didn't think it was strong. So anyway, those were delicious, and I am looking forward to having those. We have 3 for leftovers today.
Good.
For lunch. So
I'll definitely have one.
That's what I was thinking. All right, well, off to Piggly Wiggly. Well, we're back from Piggly Wiggly, and of course, Warren cannot go to Piggly Wiggly without picking up donuts. So I've got happy kids, right?
Yes.
So they're gonna have their donuts here for breakfast. And I'll show you the little bit of groceries that I picked up at Piggly Wiggly today. So 2 packages of the boneless pork chops. I really wanted bone-in, but you know what, guys? Bone-in pork chops were $6.19 a pound. I'd never even heard of something that crazy. So I got the boneless ones. Then they had this Hunt's pasta sauce for 99 cents this week. And this was the very last one, 4 cheese, so I picked it up. I also picked up some sauerkraut. The cremette pasta was on sale for 99 cents, so I picked up 5 packages of that, just kind of a rotel, a cavatappi, a medium shells, and 2 linguinis. I wanted spaghetti. Of course, they were out of the spaghetti and the thin spaghetti. 1 package of shredded potato, let's see, hash brown potatoes. And then pears were on sale for 99 cents a pound this week, so I picked up a good-sized bag of pears. And the Pig is one of the only places that carries Macintosh apples, so I also picked those up. They were not on sale, $5 for 3 pounds, but that's just how it is because I can never find Macintosh anywhere, and that is our favorite apple. Be watching in upcoming videos. I'll be having a pork chop video coming out for you guys, and watch for some of these ingredients to be featured there. In case I didn't introduce myself before we went to the grocery store this morning, I'm Jennifer. This is A Country Life. That was my husband, Warren. We are cranberry farmers. We have a lot of kids. We have 3 kids who are still living at home. I am going to be putting together some soup here today. These are my ingredients. I have this ham bone that was in the freezer, and it's actually part of another video. I'm working through a kitchen refrigerator freezer and just trying to use up all the things that kind of just get smushed back in there. I've been working at using them all up and kind of digging out and finding ways to use it all up. But anyway, this ham bone was in there, and so I'm going to be making some soup here today. I'm not necessarily following a recipe. Loosely, I'm going to do the Kentucky potato soup, but I'm not doing it on the stovetop. I really want something that I can just put into the crock pot and walk away from today, because we are going to be out of the house from basically lunch until, I don't know, 7 or so tonight. And when we get home, I want to be able to have some soup. So you're not going to see all of the details of the soup making in this video, because that is going to be in the other one. But that's what's happening right now. So I have the soup all put together here. Like I said, you can see kind of like the full recipe or the full assembly of this in a future video. Today I'm also making some spaghetti sauce. It's kind of a mix of homemade and store-bought ingredients. And this is also one of the freezer use it up recipes, so that you'll see in a future video as well. But I ended up with all of this scrap here, So I'm going to get this out to the chickens. What a gorgeous day. It was a little bit chilly this morning when Warren and I went to Piggly Wiggly, but now it's calm. We had to separate out Crystal, so we had the little kennel and everything set up for her. We had to separate her out because they were bothering her so badly that they were making her bleed, which was really sad because we like Crystal, and she was turning into a great egg layer too. All right, you want some of these scraps? I'm putting them inside. I'm not going to clutter up the yard with these. You're going to have to go back inside. And that's the culprit right there. That's the culprit. That's the mean one. Always bothering Crystal. Well, I can tell she's feeling better because she's running away. When she wasn't feeling well, when they really had her hurt, she would just squat down right away and let us pick her up because I think she was just so, she was sick. She was sick. Let's take a look at the weather stick. It's been a while. Look at that. It looks nice. Look at the smile because it's a gorgeous day. All right, well, the other chickens must be running around in the woods someplace. They're not in their dusting spot by the lilac, so I don't know. Hey, what, Joe?
Come out.
What do you want me to come over there for?
Because.
Because why?
Because. Please. Because, please.
Because what?
I said come out.
I am out. You want me to come in?
No, I said come out, please.
I see you were collecting laundry. Was there a lot of laundry? Not a lot or a lot?
Yeah.
There's a lot? Okay, well. All right, let's go see what we have to do. So Warren just came in and said, oh, sorry for that squeaky patio door. You coming out this way, Peter? Warren just came in and said, there's something on the back of my truck. You better go check it out. So what does that mean? Oh, I guess he's going to the scrapyard today. How many years? Where did he go? How many years of aluminum cans is that? How many years of aluminum cans?
About 2 years worth.
2 years? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Think we need to text Nick and wonder if he wants these running boards back?
Oh, after 5 years behind the woodshed, I'm claiming them.
You're claiming them. You're taking them to the scrap.
Well, he was going to throw them away, and I said, well, put them behind the woodshed, you know.
You just never know.
There's good junk and there's junk, and now it's junk.
Junk.
So it's going.
Is anyone going with you?
I don't think so. I mean, they can if they want.
I thought maybe Joe would maybe go. All right, it's 11:30 now, and I just spent some time. Well, I did put some things on Instagram, but I also spent some time wasting time on Instagram. All right, I'm putting in a couple casseroles. Casseroles, where am I from? These are the leftovers. So this is some tater tot casserole, and this is the creamy garlic pork chops. And I just put those in the oven at 350 degrees. I'm just going to let those warm in the oven until we're ready for lunch. And somebody had asked a question in the comments the other day. They asked about the word hot dish. They said, what is a hot dish? A hot dish is a casserole. It's just another term. I know that there's a lot of comedians that do jokes about like Minnesota and Wisconsin and different things like that. One state calls it one thing and one state calls it another thing. I don't know. I'm from Wisconsin, have been my whole life, and I mix and match. Sometimes they call it a hot dish and sometimes they call it a casserole. So that's what it is. I've got 30 minutes, so I think I'm gonna go outside, do a few things outside. I have to kind of place some flowers. I brought my flowers into the garage last night. A couple reasons. One is because Warren was going to be putting on an herbicide. I did not want that to affect my flowers. And then also there was a very slim chance that it was going to freeze last night, so I just brought them in. So I'm going to get those placed. Here's a couple. This looks like it needs to be watered. Oh yeah, it's feeling a little light. So, oh, that one's nice. I'm going to have to get those watered. and get them out. You've seen me talk about tiger blooms so much, but I don't think I ever gave a full review of those little sticks. I picked them up at Dollar Tree. They're just like these little fertilizer sticks. They worked. I've been using those in my houseplants inside, and I thought we would just see. And I would say within 4 days, my spider plant, which was looking sort of very, very wimpy green color, it just darkened right up. And at least nitrogen wise, there's plenty of nitrogen in those little sticks to keep things really green. So I don't know about the other nutrients in those sticks, but they've been working great, and they're only $1.25. In a plant this size, which I think this is a 10-inch pot, I'm pretty sure you would need to put about 6 of those sticks, and you'd probably have to replace those sticks. I mean, depending on how often you have to water, you'd probably have to replace those little fertilizer sticks, I would say every 2 weeks maybe. You'd have to put 6 more in a pot this size, because, you know, as you water, they get soft and they just, I mean, the idea is for them to just break down and get into... Oh, good, you found it.
Yeah.
Nice. Under your bed?
Huh?
Under your bed?
No.
In your closet?
No.
Maria's cleaning her room right now, and she found a headband that's been missing for a while. So anyway, those would be a very inexpensive way, I think, to fertilize. Now, for blooming flowers, I don't know. I've never used them, but I can just attest to, for green plants, they were working great. And they're cheap. A lot cheaper than the tiger bloom. But I am going to put a little bit of tiger bloom in this water, and I'm just going to walk around and start fertilizing. I don't need much because I don't have much water in this jug. This one over here takes so much water. Oh my gosh. It's like even in these breezy but not super hot days, I could water this one twice a day, and it still doesn't always seem to be enough. It's always fun when we have good leftovers for lunch. At least this is good in my opinion. Creamy garlic pork chops with some mashed potatoes. There's some corn mixed in underneath there, as well as Brussels sprouts. This morning, Maria, this morning, it's not morning, is it? What did you find for lunch, Maria?
The chicken stuff?
Pork chop?
Yeah.
And,
Blue tubes. Put them in the freezer.
Yeah.
And
it's just a nice summer treat, isn't it?
Put them in the freezer, and then the next day, they're kind of like ice cream.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, we came to the library here to listen to some music. There's a great guitarist, and Peter is checking out all kinds of army books today. Well, since a new little grocery store opened up in one of our local towns.
This popsicle thing, it's got 100 in it.
100. We got all flavors of
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid. Look at that. They had all the yummy flavors.
Pink lemonade, cherry limeade, lemon lime, mixed berry, black cherry, strawberry lemonade, watermelon, green apple, orange, and blue raspberry lemonade.
Wow. And then at the library, they also had a few free tomato plants, so that was very nice. I don't know who to say thank you to, but thanks. So we are just heading out the door here again. We're home. We got home for just a short little while, and now we're heading out. We are going to be working at the food pantry, volunteering. It's it's not like we're working and getting a paycheck there. We are volunteering at the food pantry, and it's really becoming our thing. We have been enjoying it. This will be our 3rd time here, and I did actually see that there's going to be another option for us to work at the food pantry in August. So yeah, it's been fun, and like I said, it's kind of becoming our thing. Joe, you are so sweaty. Why?
Because...
What happened?
Nothing.
All right, food pantry work is done. It was good. How many families did we serve today?
30.
30. That was a great day. And look at what Maria got. Show us. Look at that. And I even got a dozen roses too, as did the other mom that was helping out. So they were giving flowers to all of the families that were coming in today. So they gave us some roses for helping. Joe, how are you doing?
14.
You are 14, yes. And you had a Gatorade, right? And Peter?
I had a cranberry juice.
You had a cranberry juice? Nice job. So this is what supper is looking like tonight. It's already nearly 8 o'clock. I don't have a whole lot of energy here to say a whole lot more. Well, good morning. Last night we ended the evening by... Peter had gotten a movie from the library, a Spider-Man movie, so they all watched that. I was replying to comments. Here he comes. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, guys.
I shouldn't say it's morning. It's 11 o'clock. We are already back from piano. We are back from turning in some paperwork. And we saw a garage sale sign. It was the first, I mean, I've seen hundreds of signs already, but it's the first time I've actually stopped this season. And it was a good one. So let me just show you what I picked up. I was looking specifically, once I saw they had a lot of clothes, I was specifically looking for clothes for our 2 grandchildren, a girl and a boy. Lots of girl stuff, not too much for the boys. So I picked up these little boots. Aren't these adorable little boots for this next winter? They're about a size bigger than what she wears right now, so I figured that that would be just about right. And a little pair of sandals. I mean, they're definitely used, but I wouldn't call them fully abused yet. And sometimes you just need one size up sandal. It gets to the end of the summer and you're like, my kids have grown out of their summer shoes and there's nothing left in the stores. That's how it gets to be around where we live. It's easy to think, oh, I'm going to look for stuff for the whole next season. But even sometimes finding things for the season that you're in, but towards the end of it, because yeah, all of a sudden they grow out and you go to the store to get some more shorts or something and there's nothing left because they have moved on to the winter clothes already. All right, so I found a bunch of dresses here. This one is cute, just a little t-shirt dress. And just about everything was 50 cents at this garage sale, so that really made it a winner too. This adorable little dress, I think this is so cute. With the little ribbon and everything, and those like little tiny cap sleeves. That's gonna look adorable on her. This fall dress or winter dress here with the little sparkles, I could just see her wearing that next winter. And then this one actually was marked at $1, and I've never seen a 1T, so I don't know where this dress was purchased from. I just thought this was so adorable. A little bit of a dressier dress with that ribbon and everything. Okay, found some shorts, and the reason I'm going through all of this is you guys had mentioned in my last Amazon Girls haul video, there were a few comments from people saying, yeah, we'd absolutely love more hauls. And someone even mentioned thrift store and garage sale hauls. So that's why I'm running through it all. These little shorts here, again, like I said, everything's 50 cents. Cute little t-shirts. It's my birthday. This one, I had to pick up this one because actually Emily had just bought herself a shirt, not with ruffle sleeves, but it had like this big side flower to it. And when she pulled it off the rack, she was saying there was a lady there who looked to be my age saying she was buying the shirt for her mother. And Emily was like, I'm still getting it. Even if it's supposed to be, you know, in her words, an old lady shirt. And then when I saw this one for like a 2-year-old, I was like, I have to pick that up for Emily. So her and Aisley can have matching shirts. Okay, this little couple long sleeve shirts for next fall and winter. Just super cute, simple little shirts that can be worn with just about anything. Found a little pair of white shorts that I thought would go with lots of those little t-shirts. Some tights, little ruffle butt tights, a swimsuit. I mean, little kids hardly, infants or little ones hardly wear out their swimsuits. Look at this one. It doesn't even look like it was ever even worn for that one was $1. Some leggings here. 1, 2. I picked up 4 pair of leggings that I found. Some black ones. Aren't these all just so cute? It's always nice to have a little variety of some leggings that they can wear with like under dresses or whatever. And then I did find our grandson a couple things. Not a lot of boy clothes there, at least in his size, but one little dinosaur shirt, which I know he'll love, and then some denim shorts because, you know, you need to have thick shorts for the boys because they tend to wear stuff out. And then I did find myself a couple things. I haven't tried these on yet, but I think, yeah, the skirt was $1, and I thought this was cute. It's like a side zip skirt, and it's A-line and light pink or kind of a lavender pink. I just thought that was pretty. And then this tank top just has kind of like the little pleats on the chest here. Anyway, just a simple little tank top. Yeah. And Maria found a couple things.
Black Beauty and the Runaway Horse and The Courage of Black Beauty.
There's a couple books, so she's already reading. And where's your beautiful hat? Oh, she has it hung over here, and she found a beautiful little, what would you call that? Like a little sun hat. A little sun hat. And she was just saying that she wanted to get one, and she was hoping to go to a store, and we found this one for $1. Well, sometimes I just get going with my day, and I completely forget that I'm actually vlogging. So this is supposed to be a 2-day, yesterday and today vlog, and I haven't really shared a whole lot. So one thing that we are doing this summer for dishes, because I don't know how it is in your house if you have multiple kids, but it seems like there's a lot of bickering that goes on with whose turn it is to do dishes, who did more, who did less, who had a harder dishes day, that kind of thing. So anyway, when we officially started summer on Monday, it started right off the bat. I was like, okay, so-and-so, it's your turn to do dishes. No, I did them last time, you know, that thing. So I said, let's just start, write it on the calendar. So for the month of May, we just wrote it. It goes between Maria, Peter, and Mom. And we just all have a day. Today happened to be my day. We are only on day 3. Everyone's only had one turn so far. And it is going just fine. We ate up a ton of leftovers for lunch. So I had a lot of dishes here for lunch, but that's okay. I'm not complaining because I don't mind. I usually will just balance my phone right here, and then I just watch a YouTube video, something that I've kind of been earmarking as something I wanted to watch, and I just don't usually take the time. And so yeah, and then I did some vacuuming. So Maria is actually in her room. She has been just reading like crazy lately. We went to that garage sale this morning. She got those 2 books. She read them right away. I mean, they're just, you know, they're shorter books, but she read both of them right away. She's been into Junie B. Jones all of a sudden, so reading those like crazy. Anyway, she's doing that. Peter is working with Warren. I'll see if I can... I better keep that door closed. It's really windy today. Joe was out on the sand pile. Peter's been working with Warren pretty much all day except for when he had to do his math lesson, because he's going to continue doing a math lesson each day during the summer. At first, he was kind of grumpy about it, and then I said, you know what? If you just get up and do it in the morning, what's the longest it could possibly take you? And he's like, probably 30 minutes. And I said, yeah, 30 minutes out of an entire day. Like today's lesson, I think it took him 10 minutes to get through. Maybe 15. So he's realizing that if he just does it and he only has to do 1 each day, it goes really, really quick. All right, I just vacuumed that section, like right to that door where we go outside. It gets so sandy. I just did that on Saturday. I'm already doing it. All right, so I'm gonna grab some water. We like to keep milk jugs handy, full of water. Every time we drink a gallon, we fill it up. And it's not hot today at all, but it's so windy. I just know that my plants are probably drying out. Sure, I just showed you that I was just watering or whatever. Like, I like to lift them. Okay, that one still feels very heavy. This one feels light. So I'm gonna get some water in there. I'm not fertilizing today. I like to fertilize on Mondays and Thursdays. Okay, that's enough there. We're gonna go, look at, you can tell it's kind of cold because even these little, I don't know if these are million bells or what these are, they're even like closed up and not fully open. Whoops, let's check it for heaviness first. Ooh, that definitely needs water. Yeah, these windy days, I know a lot of people will comment about how beautiful my flowers look, and it really comes down to water. This one I can just tell is dry. Yep. years ago when Warren and the kids would get me hanging baskets for Mother's Day, and I'd hang them out. And I just didn't know, I guess, a lot about keeping annuals out in the yard, and especially here where it is so windy. And it seems like 48 hours would go by and I probably didn't give them any water. And then I would wonder, why are they just like blowing in the wind and their stems were just breaking and everything? Well, I figured out it's because I never gave them enough water. So now I know, and I'm embarrassed to say, but it probably took me 8 years to probably figure that out. So, but you know what? Once you know better, you do better. And now I do better with the flowers and even the garden too. For supper tonight, we are going to have this ham and vegetable soup that I put together yesterday. I've been just working at clearing out our freezer. I've said that 1,000 times to you guys. I think this is close to one of the last things that is going to be in that video. Anyway, I'm warming it up here today because I made it yesterday. I took all the ham off the bone last night. And I also pulled out of the freezer to go with supper this naan bread here. I had these in the freezer for a while. And then when it's closer to supper, what I'll do is warm these up. And that'll be a good addition to the ham and potato soup. All right, supper tonight is going to be the ham and potato soup. Full recipe is in probably one of the last videos that I put up where I was cleaning out the freezer. Yes, I can hold that up. We can just take it off. So we have...
What?
You just make me laugh. Don't eat too much, you know.
I won't.
And we have naan bread. I just buttered that and then I just put it on my griddle there. And basically it's kind of like making grilled cheese, but no cheese.
No cheese today, please.
And then we also have the cranberry bread. Earlier today when I was outside and I was getting some, well, I was outside and I was filming a little bit. I was over here and I never got a chance to say what they were actually building. You're going to have to explain because I've never seen them this size before.
It's called redneck carpentry. No, it's just using what I have and trying not to spend any money.
Right, but I mean, what are they for?
These are enclosures to house the bumblebee hives.
Okay, okay.
So we still have to put roofs on them. So I build them out of whatever I have for pallets.
Yeah.
That's why I had these funny pallets. They're actually remnants of Amber's
pallet bed.
And then this pallet came from Ken. And this
So-
will actually have 2 hives in it.
Okay, I was going to say,
Because it's
because
bigger.
this is normally what you do, isn't it? Because this
Yeah, I know.
looks
Hey,
different.
We're traveling down a new path.
I see. You got plans that I don't know of.
I'm just trying to use what I have.
Right. So this will have 2?
This will have 2.
Okay.
These are singles.
Yep.
And this one down here is extra long. That'll be a single.
This will be a single?
This one's extra long, so this will be a double. This is actually part of her pallet bed.
Yeah, yeah, I recognize it.
Yep.
So these are for the bumblebees.
Yes.
And just to explain, because I know a lot of people are probably having all kinds of questions right now.
Well, the bumblebees come in a cardboard box, about 2 feet by 2 feet. There's 4 hives in a box, and those we actually purchase. They're actually grown in a lab in Michigan, and they come on a semi-truck. They basically close the doors on the hives, put them on a truck. 6 hours later, they're in Wisconsin. I get a call. They're here. I run down to the central drop site, which is just down the road. Pick them up, and I have these already out on the marsh. And you put the box in the pallet, run a rope around it so a storm doesn't blow it around. Then you open the doors, and then the bees have a little paper flap they have to chew through to get out. So you have about a half hour that you can be around the hive before the bees start coming out.
And we buy the bees for pollination.
For pollination, to pollinate the cranberries. And we also rent honeybees, but I get both so that you kind of dollar cost average your risk with pollination. Because bumblebees will pollinate in bad weather. Honeybees, even though there's a lot of them, they need just ideal conditions to pollinate.
Not too hot, not too cold.
Yep, they're very finicky.
Right.
So I'm just trying to create something out of nothing.
Perfect. It was a good project for Peter too. He seemed pretty excited.
Yeah, he was doing really well.
Yeah. Well, we're going to go over and look at some windows. They delivered our windows today. We're going to get, well, we're getting new windows next week, Tuesday. So I haven't even looked at them yet. And Warren's like, when are you going to come look at them? All right. I got to get a better look here. And thanks for watching another A Country Life video, and we will see you guys in the next one. Have a great night or day or whatever it might be for you.